and accidentally deleted the video I recorded. Yeah, that happened. So, in replacement of that, I am here just recording something from my room. And just to give you an update on what the lesson was today, the topic was, what is a man? And a man is a spirit. It is a spirit species created by God. So God said, let us make man in our image. You have to read the text. It is very important that you read the text, because it says that I created man, both male and female. So you have to understand that man is a species. It's one thing. It is an entity, but the entity is many. It is full of other people. So he created man in the first chapter. Now, in the second chapter is when, after you read, you can understand that in the second chapter is when he created the body of man out of dirt. So in the first chapter, he made the entity spirit, which would be man, which is many. Man is female and male because it is a spirit. It does not have a gender. It doesn't. You have to understand this. Chapter 2, he makes the body, the male body, out of dirt. And he blows the breath of life into it, which this means, which it translates to, is that he took the spirit that he created in his image and he put the spirit inside of the dirt, of the clay. And when he did that, the clay became a living thing, as the text says. So you have to understand that this is what a man is. Man is an entity. It is a spirit being that is in the flesh. Okay? So, like you and I, we are in the flesh. We are dirt. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We are dirt. Inside of us is man. Okay? You need to understand that. Inside us is man. Just like inside a woman is man. You call it seeds, or science try to breaks it down a different way. But this is very simple way. The Bible breaks it down very simple. We are man, spirit beings inside of a dirt body. Okay? Now, with this understanding, you know what man is. Man is a spirit. So, man also has a duty. Takes man so he may rule the earth. So he's going to rule the world. So you have to understand here that God didn't say, let's create man so God can rule the world. He said, so man can have dominion. That is the word. So man can have dominion over the world. So you have to understand why when people say, why God letting this happen? Why God letting that happen? You have to understand it is us who lets it happen. Because it is man who is alive in the body, in the earth, who has dominion of the earth. We have authority. We can do things here. God can't. You have to understand this. You have to understand this. This is a solid principle, because God, when God gives a command, when God says something, it is solid. It's 100. He doesn't go back on his word, ever. This is what you know. This is why God can't interfere, because he said man has dominion. But this is also something you need to understand, that God is within us. He gives us our spirit. We are his likeness. With our spirit, we communicate with him. So through our spirit, through him communicating through our spirit to do stuff, we are doing his will on earth. This is why you must have a relationship with God. And then you can see godly things on earth, because people are talking to God and they're doing what God says, and God is good. When people are out here bombing and killing people and murdering people and raping people, they're not talking to God. They don't know God. They know Satan. You have to understand this. This is why spirits and demons and like evil things, they're illegal. Like, they have no authority here. This is why they must possess us, because we have bodies. They must possess our bodies and become human. Man has authority on earth. Spirits do not. And God is a spirit. So you have to understand this. When you understand this, you understand your purpose. Your purpose is to do God's will on earth. You should make sure that no bombs go off by voting the right person into office. You should make sure that nobody gets raped by not raping people. And if you find other people are a little rapey, you need to point it out. See something, say something. All right? Let's continue. When man was created, God put him in the garden. And the garden was in Eden. Eden translates from Hebrew as presence, in the presence. So Eden is not a place. It's not a geological place. Eden, to be in Eden is to be in the presence of God. This is what it means. I'm giving you the math right here, the meat and potatoes. When you are in Eden, that means you are with God. So Adam was in a garden, which was in Eden, which was in God's presence. Okay? And God told Adam to work. He said, till the land, take care of it, cultivate it, and protect it, and keep it, as the text says. It says to keep, but which means to protect. So in our reality, how we live, God places us in homes. He places us in jobs. He places us in whips. We are supposed to cultivate it, to make our jobs better. Be the best McDonald's salesman. Be the best, door-to-door salesman, vacuum salesman. Be the best, 500 company CEO, whatever you are. You cultivate it and you make it good. And after you do this, God will present you with a woman, just like he did with Adam. See, Adam was working in the garden, and God said it's not good for man to be all in one, or alone, as the text says, but alone and all in one. This is the translation, because man is plural, but it only has one body. Man, there's so many people. We all come from Adam. We were all inside Adam, the man. We come from Adam. When Adam was created, he was man. And man is many. It is plural. It does not mean one. It is plural. It is many. So he only had one body. So all of the humans, all of the mans was in one man. He had one body. So God said it's not good for all of the mans to be in one, to be alone. So I will create for him a helper. And he reached inside Adam and he took out, in the English word it says rib, but in Hebrew it is a part. He took a part of Adam and he created a woman. Create. To create is to build, to craft something, to design it. You are creating. So he created this being from man that would help him, which is the wombed man. Is a man, it's still man, but it's a man with a womb. So now the man and the wombed man are in the garden. When Adam wakes up from his slumber, God presents the wombed man. He doesn't say, this is your woman. He doesn't say, this is your wife. He presents. So you have to understand this. When you're doing your work and you get a little money in your pocket, women are presented to you. They'll see you working. They like, oh, he good. He do his thing. He got a little money on him, nice car. He handle his business. He running his household. I like that. Let me get closer. Let me say what's up. You know what I'm saying? If he slide in my DM, let me look at his pictures. Okay, he at work. Okay, yup. How you doing? That's when you get the response, when you being a man and not being a boy. Anyway, I digress. So, God presented Eve, and then Adam said, whoa, this is blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I will call you wombed man or woman. And he took her, he accepted her. So when we find a woman out here that we like, we be like, whoa, man, you bad. We choose her as Adam chose Eve. If he said he ain't like that, I mean, who knows? God might have made a new one. But he accepted. And when you find one you accept, you are to do the same with her. Take her, cultivate her, make her better. You should be a better counterpart to your woman. And when you make her better, you keep it, you protect it. She becomes your garden. And then two are to become one, which means you guys have sex, she gets pregnant, and have a baby. And that's when two become one. And that's how also man is following his orders of God to be fruitful. You are supposed to multiply, because inside you, man, female, whoever's watching this video, inside you are nations. You have to understand this. When you have kids, your kids have kids, and your kids gonna have kids, and your kids gonna, but you have to understand that all of us, boop, 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 come from Adam. And when you understand this, you'll understand your purpose. You'll understand what you are. You understand your purpose is to work. And you won't be distracted with the lies of Satan, the lies of comparison, social media, telling you that you are less than or somebody else is more than because of money or where they live. This is not important. Like, for real. So, real quick, broke it down to you. I'm gonna post this up. Next video is gonna have some more edits to it because I've been learning. So, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for supporting me. Till next week, peace.